Guys, I'm gonna show you how I literally had to actually break down to get to this conclusion and to realize that this double-mindedness, this second thing that I've been experiencing, there were demons inside me, there were spirits inside me, but there aren't anymore. And I'm still dealing with certain struggles and I didn't know why. And it's because I have like created something that is haunting me. Like I have created like a second half of myself. I have pushed aside any sense of being and created this weird persona that has like taken over my life. And so this is how I started to get into it. Now I said I first of all I said like the things that I'm not or the things that this false persona is. I deleted that because it's gone. That person is gone, done. So this is what God says I am. God says I am kind, determined, confident, sure of myself, helpful, strong, silent, smart, understanding, forgiving, loving, calm, stern, and successful. That is what God says I am. Those are the names that God speaks over me. And so I go on, guys, I'm just gonna read this because it's just I was bawling, guys. I said, I can't blame everything on a spirit or demon. I know I am delivered. I see the difference in me. So these things I'm struggling with are my flesh mixed with attacks. Mainly the mind stuff is definitely attacks. Probably shouldn't have mentioned the healing to that person. I ended up telling the devil what to do by mistake, which is fine. I will just ignore the attempts and allow him to flee. Just keep doing the right thing. I'll be fine. But for these horrible personality traits, there's not a demon to blame. God has set me free. There is still unforgiveness in me from the bullying. It has to be that. I need to confront that more seriously. Okay, God, please help me get to the root of this fear of rejection. Help me truly dig deep into every piece that is standing in the way of who I am to become in you. Please, God, show me everything that is in my way. He did, sure indeed. Okay, do not ask God a question and not want an answer because, guys, so I get into it. I like pray for a second, breathe for a second, and then I just start typing. And it's when I was in school, there would be, oh, first God showed me this like vision of me in this one classroom when it was during like, when those people come to your school and they're like, hey, if you're being diddled with, if you're being diddled, tell a friend. Like, that one. I was in that class. And so this is where this is coming from. So I said when I was in school, there would be classes about things that were going on with me. And I felt like everyone was staring at me. I started wishing I would disappear. I would hunch my shoulders and tighten myself to make myself smaller. I would get really hot and freak out. Ever since the thing with my stepfather happened, it like split my brain. I didn't know how to act. I was so unhappy, but whenever I would get around people, I would just be happy all of a sudden. Even when I wanted to be mad, I couldn't act that way in front of others because I felt bad. And also, I would think to do it in this weird, like, punishment for people. Like, I viewed me being upset as a punishment for others rather than an actual thing I was going through. I have never cared. So I have never felt like I could just be I have never felt like I could just be feeling a way and behave how it felt naturally for me to behave in that emotion. I felt I needed to perform because I felt like if I didn't, no one would notice or care. So instead of just being upset, I would act upset. And what I mean by that is I would be upset about something, but then I wouldn't anymore. And instead, I would like that feeling of being upset would be taken over by this performance of being upset. And I wouldn't even be upset anymore. It would be like an out of body experience. And so with that, God was like, "You're mad." And I said, "I'm mad no one noticed what happened to me. I'm mad no one helped me. I'm mad at all of them. I'm mad that these teachers didn't notice I got uncomfortable. I'm mad my friends didn't see the difference in me. I'm mad no one cared. Why didn't they care, God? I was so miserable. I was scared every day. I never knew when he would do it again. And they just got to live their lives. It's not fair. I didn't get to just live. I lived every day scared it would happen. And then they just make fun of me. What was I supposed to do because I didn't have the clothes they had? Why do they get to make fun of me because I'm poor? And why didn't anyone ever help me, huh? Why do you see all these kids getting help, but no one ever helped me? I'm mad because they said, tell an adult, but no one listened to me. I'm mad they said look for the signs, but they never looked for them in me. Everyone making fun of me because I stink. Do you think I wanted to stink? Do you think that was my favorite thing? I'm mad they said my mom didn't even show me how to have good hygiene. And I was so depressed and scared to take a shower. I didn't want him there when I showered. That's what started all that. My mom didn't make sure I was together for school. She was too busy high in her room taking care of the kid that she actually cared about. I'm mad at her for that, God. I'm mad I don't have a childhood to remember because of it. I'm mad at my brother for having the audacity to judge who I became after they literally took my whole childhood away so he could have one. How dare she say he was her last chance not to mess someone up? I was still alive. I was still there. She could have cared. She could have been a mom to me. Those kids had no idea what I was going through, and I tried so hard for them to like me. But I was always the misfit, always in the way, always saying the wrong thing. I just wanted someone to notice, God. I wanted someone to see the pain and help me. I didn't want them to keep talking to my mom and letting her flip the situation. I wanted someone to believe me like Matilda and bring me a better life. I wanted someone to see me and love me and give me a better life like Annie. I wanted that. Why did I deserve that? Why did all my cousins get taken out and given better lives, but I was left to suffer? I'm mad at them for not telling someone to help me. I'm mad at them for abandoning me. And then I get left to feel like the outsider when they're the ones who left me. Why, God? No one ever checked on me. Why didn't anyone fight for me? Why have I never been important for someone to pursue, to help me, to fight past the first no? I'm mad that they saw me suffering. They saw the signs and they all turned away and left me to the life. And now I'm the one alone still. I'm the one that had to walk away. I'm the one that's the problem. Why does it feel like no one wants to be around me, God? Guys, when I wrote this, I was bawling and I stumbled on my words, but I'm not gonna edit that out, guys, because this is real. This is how I was feeling. This is what I was holding in. This is what God was trying to show me because he kept telling me to deal with the bullying thing. And I was like, oh, the bullying wasn't that big of a deal. No, it was, man. That it was really weighing down on me. And it is the reason why I created this weird person. So then from that, I said, I answered my question or God leads me to answer my question. I say, because every person I choose to try to be around is what I perceive as a worthy person. I have always chased after and tried to be friends with people I thought were worthy of my friendship, or honestly, that I could gain a status from instead of finding people I have commonalities with. I would become friends with someone based off of who I wanted to be or who or wanted to be perceived as. And then I would try to base my personality around theirs, but it would give me imposter syndrome, leading to anxiety, which would go to acting desperately because I never actually was myself. And whenever I would start trying to show pieces of myself, I would be rejected and then bury it even more. I wouldn't make any genuine connections with anyone because everything I said or did was an overthought, overcalculated attempt to be perceived in a certain way, and it was never authentic. How can I build an authentic connection with anyone if I'm not being my authentic self at all? If I'm too scared to be who I am because I don't want to get rejected. And then so I said, God, I don't. I don't know how to just let go and be myself. I don't know how to not think of everything I'm saying and make sure I present a certain way. I can see the person you're showing me I will be with you, but it feels so far away, God. I just want love and I know you love me. Why do I act like that's not enough? And so, even with that, I feel like one of the things that has been stopping me from allowing God to reveal who I am is that I'm scared that there's not going to be anybody there. And so I said, God, help me be who I'm supposed to be in you. Please help me be authentic and stop seeking approval of others. God, I am so lost. I can't even slightly think of who I am at all. I don't even feel like I've been a person. I don't even think a lot of the things I've wanted for my life are even real. I don't know anything. I don't know how to have a real conversation with someone, God. I don't actually know how to connect with anyone. I don't know what my desires are. I don't know what I want. I don't know what I like or don't like in people. All of this, all these years, it's just been an act. I've just been doing things. I don't even think for myself. God, I surrender. I have no words. I don't know what to do. Please help me. Give me an identity. I am lost, God. Please, I pray I find my identity in you. You're my creator, author of my story. God, please strip me of this false persona and redeem me and restore me in the name of the Almighty Jesus Christ. And so then I talk to you guys and I say, guys, I feel like nothing right now, like a blank canvas, like a blank canvas. My entire sense of self has been a lie. There's no one there. And then it says, like, this is just me reasoning, just me like trying. And I say, this is something I created to survive and make myself smaller to prevent criticism. It is not who I was made to be. God is going to restore me and make me who He intended for me to be. And it is the person I have been seeing. God said the way for me to get rid of this and the double mindedness is to fast the fake personality. I have to stop pretending and coping out and hoping out of my strength. God has made me strong, but every time it is time to stand in that, I cower back to this fake persona out of fear of rejection. It has to stop. I have to decide to walk in the authority God has given the Holy Spirit to give me. And so I say that. And what I mean by fasting that is God has told me that I can't do it anymore. The only way to make it stop is for me to stop, if that makes sense. I have to be like, I can't do it. I can't do the fake. I have to just do it. And so I say, this is my limb. This is my limitation. I can do it, God. Or I can't do it. God can. I can't do it. And he says to me, you are free from spirits now. You are free from spirits. Now you will deny your flesh and follow me. I have been fighting letting God make me new because I don't believe it can happen. All the things he's calling me to seem so out of the realm of possibility, but that's kind of the point. God is going to give me the strength, but also reveal it was there from the time of my creation from him. The devil has spent years beating me down so I could not complete my calling. And I said, God, you are so great. You are so much greater than I. I cannot complete what I am called to do without you. I have to stop trying to do it without you or with you, and just let you do it through me. Where I am weak, you are strong and you will strengthen me through Holy Spirit. God, I pray to be obedient. I pray to let you be my strength. I pray I will surrender and get out of your way. I pray I won't ask for a second confirmation or question your direction. I pray I will follow as Mary did once you delivered me or once you delivered her. No matter what space I get into, the devil will try to make me feel out of place or inadequate to say what you are telling me to say. I will lean on you in my feelings of inadequacy so you can bring me to wisdom to speak your word fully and truthfully in the times the devil is attacking me. I will praise you and know I am strong with you, so it's okay to be weak without you. God, I am sorry for constantly questioning you. I am sorry for trying to get you to prove yourself to me. I didn't mean it like that, God. I just get so confused sometimes and I don't know. I don't want to mess up. I'm scared. If I mess up, I could offset someone away from you, but it causes me to be so disobedient. How can I expect you to trust me to represent you, to deliver your word, if I can't even ask someone how I can pray for them? When I cower in a corner of luxury provided by your grace and see others suffering and don't take their hand and help them, have I forgotten how it feels? Have I forgotten the need of your salvation? Have I forgotten it is more than my momentary displeasure or discomfort? I could have helped that man today. God, I saw how miserable he was, and all I could muster up was, "Hi, sir, how are you?" God, it was pathetic, and I betrayed your trust in me and sent that man home the same way I saw him, Lord. It is not right. I was wrong. I will fast for 24 hours to beg for his salvation, to beg you to protect him, to beg you to forgive me, to show myself the mistake I've made. Have I learned nothing from my cousin's death, God? Am I so stuck and crippled by public perception that I would avoid persecution that you had to suffer, but still call myself your follower? It's a mockery. God, I failed you today, and I won't even pray for relief from my sorrow. I will pray that this is the last time I allow my flesh to stop your work through me. Why is it so hard for me, Lord? Why is the worst case the thing I'm supposed to do? All I had to say was, "Can I pray for you?" Why do I see that as some horrible thing to say to someone? And I said, I've been hanging on to so much. I feel like I had to be delivered of all these problems I created in a false persona just so God could get to these other parts of me where I have to literally deliver myself again in the same way, but from a different person. I don't know if that makes sense, but I know it's right. And so, guys, this has been the most vulnerable moment of my life today. um, I'm gonna work on it. I'm gonna keep you guys updated, and I'm going to let you guys know how I am doing with fasting this fake persona that I've created for myself. And in that, I am hoping that God is going to be able to deliver so many other people who are struggling with this. And I want to end this off by, let's not tell people they can't be saved. Let's not say that people would never want to be saved. We don't know what is the actual situation going on in someone's brain. As Christians, let's stop dealing with the world through the eyes of the world. Let's start looking at the world through the eyes of Jesus Christ. I love you guys so much. Thank you for listening and have a great day.